Alrighty, I just got back home from campus and UPS where I finally picked up my iPhone 14 Pro that I've been dying to get my hands on for the past week. But yeah, I'm really excited to unbox this iPhone with you guys since this will be the first iPhone that I'm keeping and will be daily driving for the next year. I really don't like iOS though, and I don't want to switch to an iPhone, but because I'm a content creator now and all that, I'm basically like forced to use the iPhone for social media since Androids suck at that. But yeah, I've been using Androids my whole life as well, and I really got into Android customization and like modding, you know, flashing custom ROMs and rooting the phone and all that. So it's definitely gonna be quite the experience switching to iOS full time, and we'll see how I like that. But without further ado, let's unbox this iPhone because I'm dying to open it. Alright, so we got a pull tab. Thing I love about iPhones is that you don't need a scissor or anything to open any of the Apple packaging. Alright, so we got a white box. Let me throw this away. Woo! It's actually really heavy, by the way. But yeah, we got that new dynamic island cutout notch on the front of the iPhone display right there. And yeah, alright, let's peel open these little plastic tabs we have, or paper tabs, I don't know. Alright. ASMR. Alright, one gone and one more to go. Alright. Oh, beautiful. Alright, let's open this thing. Woo! Okay. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Oh my god, the camera bump is massive. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how well you can see that, but like the camera bump is absolutely massive. Also, I got the phone in silver because I know there was like a new deep purple color that came out, but I've seen it in like pictures and stuff and it kind of looks ugly. It looks way too dark. Like I would have much preferred a pastel purple, which would have looked a lot better. So, you know, I decided to go with the silver, which is really clean and minimal. All right, let's pull the display tab off. Beautiful. All right, so, you know, in certain lighting, I'm not sure if you can see, but I am able to see like the dual pill cutout over there. So we got like the big one for the Face ID sensors, and then we got one for the selfie camera. But yeah, the phone's also actually pretty thick and it's like a chonky brick, but you know, it feels good in the hand. And one last thing in the box, we got a USB-C to Lightning cable. I'm not gonna be very happy about that because all my devices use USB-C to charge, and now because the phone runs on Lightning and not USB-C yet, it's gonna be really annoying to have to bring a Lightning cable around to charge my iPhone, so I'm not looking forward to that. And then in here, we got a SIM ejector tool, and we got Apple stickers. Oh, they're white. I thought they would be silver, but yeah. Also, since I was so excited, I already got my iPhone case from Spigen last week and also my screen protector. So I'm gonna go install that, I'm gonna go set up the phone, and then I'll give you guys my first impression of the iPhone. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back after setting up the iPhone and using it for a few hours, and it feels like an iPhone, exactly what you would expect. There's nothing new and everything just works the way it's supposed to. Let's talk about the hardware first though. The first time I held this phone up, I immediately noticed how heavy and dense it was, coming in at a whopping 206 grams. The stainless steel flat edges do feel very nice though, and it does have a nice thickness in your hand, although the fingerprints aren't too nice of a look. Doesn't matter though because I did slap on a screen protector and a case right away because I don't trust myself to take care of this phone. The silver matte glass on the back also feels super duper smooth, and I really like the simplistic and minimalistic silver color, especially coming from the Phantom White S22. What's unsightly is the massive camera bump on the back, which is way bigger than I remember. It takes up like over half the width of the entire phone and looks pretty ridiculous compared to the camera bumps of other phones. The camera bump is also really thick, so it doesn't lay flat on a table, and you will feel it rocking left and right if you touch the left side of the display. Let's move on to the display though, because that is one of the new selling points of the iPhone, the dynamic island. Now, to be honest, the pill shade cutout was a little bigger than I expected, but still pretty much the same size as the normal notch. At certain angles, you can see the individual cutout for the Face ID sensors and the selfie camera though, but it's usually not visible, and the black OLED pixels blend very well to make it look like an actual pill. And because it is a full cutout rather than a notch, it kind of makes the display look more full screen and immersive in a sort of way. I really don't like how it cuts into YouTube videos though, as it is quite annoying. And by the way, the speakers do sound incredible for music and videos, which is to be expected. But going back to the dynamic island, I haven't really tested many compatible apps with it, but it does seem really useful to control music, which works with Spotify by the way, and also you're able to see your timer while you're cooking, for example. I'd imagine it'd also be useful for map directions too when I'm running around campus. Something else that's new is the always on display. I don't know how it'll affect battery life during the day, but it does seem very cool, especially when you have music playing, and it also doesn't look that bright in real life as it's still quite dim. It's basically the same as the always-on display on my Galaxy Watch 5, which I think I'll sadly need to replace with an Apple Watch. Let me know if I should get the Apple Watch SE or the Watch 8, and also subscribe in the meantime for my coverage of the iPhone 14 Pro, which will be awesome with some fun reviews and also my day in life vlogs. Anyways, moving on, the one big thing I noticed coming from Android was how incredibly smooth iOS is. The animations while navigating around the UI and opening apps are so smooth and satisfying. There's no stuttering or any lag either, even while installing 100 apps at the same time. That's not to say I like iOS though. I hate notifications so much, and I also hate the iOS keyboard, which is garbage in my opinion. The addition of haptics is actually amazing though, because iPhone has top-notch haptics, or should I say top island haptics. No, that does not work at all. But anyways, I'm really happy iOS has started to introduce more customizability, like the lock screen, which I will have to play around and learn how to use. And finally, the cameras. We're getting a lot of improvements coming from the iPhone 13 Pro, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the camera so far. First up, we got the new 48 megapixel sensor, which takes really great photos with your typical iPhone processing. Taking a look at some of the sample shots, they look decently sharp and noise-free. The 2x zoom mode that crops into the sensor also looks surprisingly good and is definitely not a gimmick like I expected it to be. I also did try a couple of photos with ProRAW enabled, and I was actually blown away. The picture has significantly more detail compared to the normal 12 megapixel mode, and I can definitely see myself using this mode a lot when I need a high resolution photo. The ultra-wide and 3x telephoto lens also has definitely improved in low light with less noise and sharper photos. The new improved macro mode can also take some really crazy shots. And lastly, I'm happy they improved the selfie camera with sharper and better low light performance and autofocus, as it looks really great, especially in selfie video. Now, talking about the video modes, we finally got 4K cinematic mode, which looks so much better than last year's 1080p mode. It works on both the front and the back camera, which is great, and it looks just sharper with more accurate cutouts, especially when you tone down the aperture. The new action pan stabilization mode is also pretty crazy, and it feels like I'm flying a drone, but unfortunately, it is capped at 2.8K, but the quality is still pretty good regardless. And I guess that's it for my first impressions of the iPhone 14 Pro, which I'm definitely excited to use more over the coming months. Also, drop any questions about the phone you have down below, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. I'll also be making a lot of content with the phone, like my popular day in life vlogs, so be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on that. And on that note, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Boom, 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 unboxing is done.